Well, we have a new crew member. Felix has just joined us. That's very cool. Weem just successfully recruited him. And we're getting very close to getting the geothermal stuff set up here. I should clear this stuff out. It's slowing everybody down. Huang was up here clearing out some of the loose rubble, but we've got the slag, or the chunks rather, in there. So you can see Vortak running up here. I'm thinking that he's... No, he's going to work on the wall. I thought Huang was doing this, was working on the thing. Looks like he's wanting to work on this too. You know what, Weem? Go ahead and get to work on this guy. Yes, go pick up your steel. We really need this power set up. And we have power actually wired all the way up to here. We just need a couple more points, and that will actually connect this guy up and get it finished. You can see we got the 370, so at this point it's just a matter of the work getting done. And I carried a wall down around this. It's going to come down to about this point to kind of protect it. So you really need to come around in order to get to this guy. Not that pirates are coming in here to destroy this, but I just want to get this wrapped up a little bit. So if we do come to defend, there's kind of one point of entry here. It'll be much easier. So you can see Weem is hammering away here, getting the geothermal power plant set up, which is great. And once again, like I said, I've already powered it. You can actually, there you go. See, we got power all the way up there now. So this is very cool. Very cool. We're going to get to draw in a lot of power. Once I get some batteries filled up, I'll probably disconnect them. I may even do more up in this area. Really make sure we're kind of keeping some backed up in case we have an explosion out here or something just terrible goes down. It does tend to happen in this game. Suddenly you'll just have everything kind of falls apart at once. So I'm going to go ahead and haul these guys out of the way. Actually, we had one more up here. Two more. Make that trip through there a little faster. Plus, we'll probably put some material in here to allow them the 100% movement, so they really zip through there. It'd be cool to make if you could make a conveyor or something, so they just jam along there. So there we go. The power is on. It's kicked in. Very cool. Very curious to see how quickly these batteries fill up. That's going to be awesome. And I still do want to break down this guy and do some more stuff out here. Maybe different types of buildings, but I think I'm kind of waiting because I've got the wall here and we got real estate in this area. So if I wanted to do some other kind of building, I could do it out here. Additionally, I thought, oh, okay, well, why don't I do another wind turbine over here? But the reality is, with the geothermal plant set up, I'm hoping that we're just kind of going to be good, so we don't need to worry about the wind anymore, the solar stuff. I may still always use that, and I may set up some other kind of backup system where I've got a panel of these guys set up somewhere powering some batteries that are just, you know, there for backup, and I'll disconnect them when they're full, maybe reconnect those panels to a different bay of batteries. Maybe we use this building over here and kind of fill it with batteries, charge those guys up and disconnect them. I don't know, we'll see. But obviously we can be working on the ship stuff as well. We're trying to get out of here, so trying to make sure that we last a while so we can live long enough to get a ship going, but we don't need to go maybe too crazy because we do plan on leaving this all behind at some point. Okay, now that we've got the power set up and everything, I'm kind of refocusing some energy on hunting. I've got a couple animals selected out here. These guys are going out there hunting because we really do burn through quite a bit of this food when we make these simple meals. Let me see here. What did this just do? Yeah, one simple meal. So basically, I set the butchering table up to make an infinite number of to butcher an infinite number of corpses, right? Because basically, when a corpse comes in, I just want it made, and it's not like it ties up a lot of time. They'll cut it up, and then there's nothing left, so they'll move on. Now, we do have a sickness. Felix is in here being taken care of, so that's what that's all about. But yeah, back to the food. I do also have an order to make 10 of these simple meals to always have 10, which is kind of what we had set up before. But again, we will burn through quite a bit of food doing this. Let's see, we have 2, and she just put a third one in there, Megumi. Yep, so Megumi's kind of going through this, setting this stuff up. So anyway, we really got to be on top of the corpsing, the corpsening. Fohamner's out there breaking up the corpse here. You know what we're going to do? Let's pause this really quick. Let's see, character, because I messed his name up and I keep forgetting to change this. We'll throw the E in there. There we go. There you go, Fohamner. I told him, I was like, yeah, I realized I messed your name up, but I had already recorded all those episodes. So anyway, we're getting around to fixing that now. So food is definitely going to be a thing. I was really hoping we could kind of skate by, and it was worrying me, but I kept thinking, nah, you don't have to worry about it, right? We're doing good. But yeah, like I said previously, we're going to get on top of that and really start bringing in some more of this and make sure that we have too much, more than enough is what we're going to really be going for. You can see the batteries are doing really good. That's awesome to see. Obviously with the geothermal plant going, that's helping a lot. So I'm definitely feeling really good about that. Previously I was a little disappointed. Things were getting low. I did turn off a number of things. I did turn off the cooking stove since we're not using it now. We've got the other one up here. And this guy didn't have power, the butcher table, so there's no turning power off. Makes sense. It's just a big chopping block with legs. So anyway, let's check in on Felix, because obviously we have this severe illness with him. It actually says that, wow, did it say, let's pause this. If possible, consider amputating or replacing infected limbs. Oh boy, that's crazy. I don't know that I have the proper bed for that. Let's see, health, left foot, extreme. So we can go into operations and add a bill. Let's see. Left leg. Can you not do a foot? Heart, jaw, no. It's, oh, here you go. Amputate left foot is an order. Let's do that. Oy, so gnarly. He's definitely going to be slowed down. We could give him a peg leg, but he's definitely going to be not very mobile, but it's that or we could lose him. So we could give him tasks that really don't require a lot of mobility, and he could be our token peg leg guy here roaming around camp. Oh boy, Fohamner is going at it. He is chopping away at the leg. Oh boy, he is making a mess in here. Let's actually jump in here to health real quick. Anesthetic, that's cool. We do have a trade chip, by the way. In fact, that's the second one. We had one go by earlier, and yeah, go Fohamner. Take his foot, and then we'll put in a bill to actually we could do it now. Peg leg. Actually, it might give us a different option once we do the foot. I don't know for sure. I've actually never done this before. Okay, so it looks like he's done. Let's actually pause this really quick. So his leg has been removed, or his left foot. So let's add a bill. And we can, let's see, left leg, peg leg, long kidneys, nothing else really. So let's go ahead and do a left leg, a peg leg. I'm assuming that just uses wood. Like one block of wood. I don't know. But anyway, we'll kind of see how that goes. Felix is definitely not in good shape, but hopefully he can pull through. And once again, we do have the trade ships nearby. Let's actually look at this really quick. I just wanted to see something here. Okay, let's see. And then we had, who was doing that? I always forget who was doing that. Was it Wang? Who was doing that? I'd love to see like all of your character stats like side by side in a long, just a big set of columns. That'd be really cool. Maybe highlight anything that's like over 10 or something. That would be a really cool view. So let's see, social 3. I'm trying to decide because maybe we have somebody even better now, and I haven't really been paying attention. No social. Fohamner's 3. Vortak is a 1. No, Vortak, you will not be talking to anyone. Let's see, did we have Megumi do it? I can't remember. Social 12. Let's go ahead and have her do that. Let's jump in here. So we have the two, a combat supplier and an exotic goods trader. So let's do the combat supplier. I want to see if we can scoop any kind of cool weapons. We have some people running around with pistols, which isn't bad, but they're doing hunting with those. So let us see. I'm really liking how the M16 was going. It doesn't look like they've got that. It looks like they don't have anything. Oh wait, they do have the M16. 295 and they have 2 of them. It's a lot of silver, but the M16 is so good. It's so good. Let's see. Why did it choose that one? That's not what I chose. I kind of like the idea of having 2, but it takes like all of our silver and then some. Let's see. I could make up for it. Oh, we have a plasteel knife. I had no idea. Sure, why don't you take that? That's fine. Not really using that. I could get rid of a pistol too. 2 pistols, in fact. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that trade. Get rid of stuff we're not using. Give us 2 M16s. Yes, please. That is awesome. Okay, 2 M16s and then some money. That's what that was. Yeah, the 28. Okay, very cool. I like that a lot. So I'm going to have to look through and see who the good shooters are beyond Fohamner. Make sure that they get the M16s. I think that'll be great. But we weren't quite done, Megumi. Let's jump back in here and look at the exotic goods trader. See what's going on there. Let's see what we have going on. So they want an M16. They're willing to give me half or something. No thanks. Exotic goods. So they've got a lot of art stuff. That's okay. Oh, they have bionic stuff too. Although arm, power claw. Is that it? Sure could go for a foot right about now. Kidney. Nope. Okay. Now they do have armor, which is kind of cool. Very expensive though. Wow. Yeah, I don't want to pay that much. AI personal core. I think we're okay. I don't think we want to get necessarily any of this stuff. It'd be nice to buy a mortar. You can make them, but obviously if we bought one, we wouldn't have to do the research for it or anything. So anyway, we're going to let both of those go. Nothing sticking out too crazy. Stuff I'd like to have, but definitely not going to pay over 2,000 for any of that stuff. So we'll figure that stuff out later. Obviously, I do have the tailoring bench here. You know, I probably should be trying to, work on stuff with that and get stuff made, but my focus has been so diverted by power and everything and getting us kind of moved into this cave system and now food and everything. My mind is just not on the clothing and armor at the moment. So we've got some idle colonists. We had up to 3 of them. In fact, so idle that Vortak was going around planting things. These things don't even grow that well. Now, I did have a sun lamp out here. It exploded. I thought, you know what, no big deal. Nothing's really growing. It's taking forever, so I'll get rid of it. But he did go plant these, so I do have an order to set up a sun lamp right here. I don't think it's really any more protected when it's against the wall than it is out here, but that's okay. If it blows up, not a big deal, but at least it will reach this area and get some of this stuff going. This is the medical plant, the plant that helps with, it's the herbal medicine, essentially. So anyway, I think that'll be good to have. You can see Felix is up and around, and he's not that slow. It says he's no longer incapable of walking, so he went out and he's working on the sun lamp. Very cool. So he could certainly be faster, but that's not bad for a guy with a peg leg. Definitely not bad. Good to have him up and around. Have that extra worker. Looks like we do have some more visitors coming in as well. And I have not yet figured out the gun situation. This actually might be a good time while everybody's kind of in here getting ready to go to bed. Let's see how Felix is. His shooting is 3. Weem is 6, so that might be good. We already know Fohamner set up, so Weem and... okay, so Dixon's a 7. Vortex an 8. That's cool. He does have that rifle, though, the long-range rifle. I think that's good, because that long-range rifle is so... The rate of fire is so low that it's good to have somebody really accurate with it. So I think we're going to leave that. And I think what that means is that we'll have Dixon and Weem. I think somebody had one better. Not that big a deal, though. So Weem is going to go ahead. I'm going to make him pick up one of those guns. Go ahead and equip that. And then Dixon, let's see, was it Wang? Wang was 5 and actually really likes that. Though he does have this, oh, the pump shotgun's meh. Let's have him run down and pick this up. He is a little bit lower skill. I think he's 1 lower than Dixon was going to be. But he obviously is very much wants to do this. So he's going to progress in that a lot better anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Cool. Now we've got 3 people with M16s. How awesome is that? Now we do have the pump shotgun down here. Somebody else could pick that up who has a pistol, I suppose. That's what Megumi does. Her shooting is 3. It's good for up close stuff. She's not really doing a whole lot of that. We'll go ahead and have her equip that. I hate to have her pull away from research. Hopefully she goes back to that. And we are researching. there's the different 3 ship kind of mechanics, I suppose. Anyway, these kind of parts, basically, that you can research. And I'm the kind of person that likes to do, like, the hardest one first, so that it only gets easier over time. So I've got her started on that. We're slowly progressing through that, but I think that'll be cool. Let's see, can we, yeah, why don't you get back in there and do your thing. Oh, she's cleaning because Weem is researching now. So anyway, things are progressing quite well on that front. Once we get that one done, we'll do the second one, which is actually just about as long, 1900, and then it drops to 12. So hopefully we can get pushed through that pretty quick. Obviously, they're going to be getting better and better at research over time. I did put in a gun up here as well. You can see the range of this means that anybody that even gets kind of close to coming into here is within range of the gun. So we're decent up here. I wouldn't say we're well protected because I like maybe having another gun, but I think for now that's probably good enough. I'd also like to redo the defenses down here, but again, I think we're good enough for now. Well, we had some rain and snow coming in, which is just a terrible combination, but it looks like it's switched over, just part of a transition probably, to the rain. I've got, basically had to add a number of tasks because we had some idle colonists going on, so anyway, we've got, I'm kind of starting to open up a big room in here. I think really the only complaint I've been seeing, and there could be more now, well, freezing, she was at -10 while outside, but they had, some of them were complaining about cramped environment. There it is. So it wasn't necessarily their room, but they were working in these really cramped areas. So I thought I would open up some bigger rooms in here and throw in some workbenches so they're doing work in some bigger rooms. And we can move some things around as well. But I do want to bring in another workbench. There's the smithing table, which lets you build tools and weapons. So I thought that would be great for this room, plus maybe some other things in here. Who knows? So anyway, we're going to start opening up some larger rooms so they feel like they have more spacious interiors. Now additionally, I started to clear this out because I'm going to put a turret out here. Looks like if I put it somewhere in here, its range will extend out to the edge of the swamp down here, which I think will be great. That'll be very cool. So we're kind of just prepping for that a little bit. And again, just giving them tasks. We could use the wood anyway, so we'll get that going. Huang was up here earlier. You can see the blood left over. He caught an animal, and it looks like we've got that butchered at this point. So still keeping up with things pretty well there. Now you can see the power's doing really well. These batteries are just about full, which is awesome. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and do this now. Let's see, power, we're going to take that off, and we're going to bring, let's do it here, and we will make some batteries on this side. Get those going. 4, I guess I could rotate this. I like to leave some space so that they can reach it to repair it if there's some kind of damage. So I had done a bunch before and that seemed to be an issue. I had a long time ago, I had filled like a room with them so they couldn't even like reach anything in the middle, and it was very problematic when they wanted to repair and couldn't get to it. So I think we'll just stick with 4 there. These guys are obviously, as we just saw, disconnected. They're connected to each other, but that's it. They're off the grid otherwise. So that's very cool. We'll get these 4 going. Maybe we'll wire them to another couple more, and then I suppose let's just go ahead and do that. We're here. We got everything open. We'll do 2 more. So we'll do 6 on this side. And if we get those filled up, we'll just kill the conduit that's right here, and we'll let those guys sit. So basically powering these up and setting them aside for future use. Always thinking ahead, Weem is. Not really. It's very rare, actually. Okay, we just had a little bit of a disaster, a sudden explosion here. You can see that it says a fault in an electrical conduit has caused a short circuit. So all of the energy connected to the connected batteries is toast, but we had just disconnected this. So how cool is that? I mean, we lose the power, yes. It's a bit of a bummer, but this is why we do this. It's completely separated. Doesn't affect anything else. It would have sucked if it was on the main line. I think we probably would have lost everything, all the batteries, who knows what else. So anyway, fortunately they're going to be able to go in and repair. We'll clean up the slag and we'll hook it up. We lose the energy, but we keep our lives, our livelihood. I'm okay with that. Well, as tends to happen in Rimworld when when you start to have issues, they start to pile on. We now have a solar flare. It says the radiation will shut down all electronic devices. It should pass in about a day, fortunately, but this means we are going to have a very cold night. No heaters, so yeah. Now we do have the batteries, but you'll notice that we have the power out. So it doesn't matter that you have batteries connected, that you have power. It's that the devices actually just won't work. So we can't, that's one thing about having backup power that it doesn't help you with these situations. But fortunately, when you do have these, they don't tend to last that long. So it's just going to be a very cold night. Hopefully, everybody's doing fairly well. This is the point where you really start to have problems if people were already borderline. If they were really close to kind of flipping out, this is where you would start to see issues. I think everybody's mental state right now is pretty good though, so that's definitely a good thing. Now you can see Vortec bringing some meat here. When I'd looked around before, there was just a couple boars, but now we actually had some deer show up down here. And then you can see that we also have the muffalos down here, so we'll probably go after them at some point. But for now, we went after the deer, which is cool. Getting this brought back in here and settling in for what is going to be a very frigid night.